The baseball season ends with heartbreak and jubilation. Let's talk about that. Folks, welcome to the Baseball Brewhaha. The baseball season is over. We go into a dark, dark time of life. But not without some jubilation and some excruciating heartbreak. So we want to talk about that, Adam. First of all, initial feelings, baseball season's over.
It's a tough time to be a baseball fan. November until mid-February, some dark, cold days.
Yep.
And the fact that the clocks switch back an hour and daylight is an hour shorter at the end of the day is a fitting metaphor for the end of the baseball season.
Yeah.
The light fades to dark on our glorious pastime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Are you how closely do you watch the hot stove in the off season?
I wouldn't say I'm digging deep every day,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm following the headlines.
Yeah.
I'm especially trying to see what the Mariners do, trying to see what the big names are, where they're going
Mm-hmm.
to land.
Yeah. 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 I probably track it a little closer than you, mostly just because I listen to a couple of Mariners podcasts that kind of regularly break everything down, but similar boat. The Game 7 World Series. Now, because of the way the Mariners went out, I had virtually no interest in watching the World Series. I'll be honest. Uh, I did not watch any of it live until the bottom of the ninth of Game 6.
Okay.
And then I watched pretty much all of Game 7 and was rewarded for it by, an all-timer of all time. We called the Mariners Blue Jays game an all-time game,
hmm
Game 7. This one went next level all-time game. So what were your favorite moments, takeaways, anything from that game?
That was an unbelievable game. I cannot remember a World Series anywhere near it
Mm-hmm.
as far as the drama, the back and forth, the home run in the ninth by the nine hitter who barely played in the
Yes.
series. I mean, wow.
Yeah, and like the catch in the bottom of
Yeah.
the ninth, the infield play by itself, but then the catch by Pajes in center was just crazy. Tackle your own player and make a catch was next level. So yeah, so obviously in a game like that, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. And just absolute jubilation on the one side, absolute utter heartbreak. The Blue Jays, we talked about the Mariners were 8 outs away from going to the World Series. The Blue Jays were 2 outs away
From winning.
from winning the World Series, and they didn't get it done. I I I can feel for a Blue Jays fan and for those players who put in that work, and it wasn't like obviously there's always things you can like look at and nitpick, and you know, there's always things that are going to happen, but it's not like there was an error or somebody played bad or, it just, that's just how the game went.
It was an all-time classic. I mean, an all-time classic.
Hmm.
It was just great. I mean, the whole series was really good leading up to it. And then to finish in that way in the ninth, and then an extra innings, it it was great
Hmm.
for a baseball fan. This is what you live for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you are just a fan of baseball, I mean, I think the only people really hurting after that game are Blue Jays fans. I mean, if you're an average casual fan, like I was without really a rooting interest in really one sense, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Um, it had me thinking about have we experienced this kind of thing? Now, we won a couple of state championships in basketball. We got second in state in baseball. Um, I was trying to think, so we've kind of experienced the jubilation side, and I would look at our junior year basketball down late to our county rival, um, down four late, come back. Um, I hit a layup with about 12 seconds left. They come down the floor. You get a fingertip on it. They miss a layup, and we win the game.
Hmm.
So we played in one of those games and came out on the jubilant side.
Hmm.
Um, but I was trying to think, have did we play in a game where you can remember just like we had it and then it just slipped through the fingers like on a big stage? I mean, I feel like we probably had games that we
Hmm.
just frittered away, but like,
Yeah.
is there anything that you can remember? I feel like I'm not remembering one off the top of my head.
I mean, no, not in that way. Not where it was right there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, we lost the state championship game in baseball, but we
Hmm.
trailed
Yeah.
that entire game. I
Yeah.
mean, if there was some heartbreak at the end because we made a big rally and we had a line out shoestring catch by the other team that wins the game. Um, but that was the top of the last inning. So they still had a chance to bat. It was
Yeah.
not, I mean, it wasn't like we were ahead and then we blew it. Like
No.
that was not it at all. So and then basketball, yeah, we won a couple of championships. I know I just felt I don't feel like we had one where it was there and then we let it slip and cost us a big moment or something. But
No, I mean, we got close our second basketball championship where we had a big lead,
20 points.
20 points. They came back, tied it. We
Yeah,
still
we
won
won
by
it. Yeah,
10.
that would have
Still
been
won by 10, but yeah, that was, you know,
that would have been the heartbreaker for sure. I mean, we were definitely a better team, and they played really well and
yeah.
hit big shots, and we got in foul trouble, and you know.
Yeah. I will say, one thing that I remember that connected with me as far as watching this play out, the Dodgers winning the second one in a row and
Hmm.
seeing them celebrate the second time, um, it reminded me of when our team won the first and the second and the difference in the celebration.
Hmm.
And I'm sure maybe part of it is they won away and not at home. But when I think back to the Dodgers' first championship, I think back to like when you and I won our first championship, it was much more of a celebration. I mean, our team,
Hmm.
we're just like running all over the court going nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe it, whatever. And it
Hmm.
was sort of similar with the Dodgers, whereas like the second year, there was a weight of expectation that
Hmm.
we were supposed to win, and it was felt great to win, and it also felt sort of like a relief, and that we met an expectation that there wasn't we hadn't exceeded expectations, and I
Hmm.
sort of read that or saw that a little bit in the Dodgers celebration that was, less
Hmm.
flailing, jumping, than I would have expected. Like had the Blue Jays won, I
Yeah.
think it would have been a different type of celebration where
Hmm.
like the Dodgers just kind of ran to the middle and hopped around a little bit, but it wasn't over the top in the way that a lot of like NBA Finals or Super Bowl or whatever championships kind of tend to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And there can be multiple reasons, like you said. And it's interesting because the back to back they won, neither of them were at home when they clinched. So that is kind of an interesting dynamic there. And like for us, there were multiple factors to go into that. I mean, our junior year, we were I mean, when the year started, we we were an underdog. We weren't really expected. The year before, our sophomore year, um, we had we were this is the first time we didn't even make it out of the county tournament. First time in 20 years or whatever. So when we come back and we have basically the same team, like nobody's really saw the work that we put in before, but we had basically the same team, and we weren't. I mean, nobody was expecting us to do anything. So, um, and I think for us, we just showed up and played, and we played some really tough. I think in one sense we knew how hard it was going to be. And our senior year, um, you're right. I mean, the fact, you know, so many teams lost so many good players, and we just steamrolled everybody. It was such a different. It was so different. We played in my junior year. We played our league rival in the state championship. So local teams, packed house, close game, and and then our last year, it wasn't the same vibe, and we had other, like unwelcome news that followed us around and other, so um yeah, it's kind of interesting that perspective thinking about that because yeah, it wasn't the same, but it was also like they made us all like quarantine and go in our own separate room, whereas the year before we're the St. John Endicott players were just defeated, crushed, but we were there mingling with their families, and like it was just a whole different
Hmm.
thing. So um yeah, so I can
Yeah.
imagine. I will say, so in terms of like this Blue Jays, the Blue Jays experience, like St. John Endicott, they got that experience,
Hmm.
and that would have been really tough to be on that side.
Yeah. Yeah. And I started thinking a little bit about going to the Dodgers here. You've got like Shohei, Yamamoto, Sasaki. You got the Japanese core there, very strong, and the fact those them together are
Hmm.
now 2 for 2. World Series.
Hmm.
And I saw today already they're favored to win three in a row.
Well, I mean, you look at that. I mean, it's them, it's Mookie, it's Freddie. All those guys are there.
Yeah.
So doesn't really surprise me too much.
If you're betting, are you
Hmm.
taking the Dodgers? You're betting today,
Hmm.
the World Series next year, Dodgers or the field?
I mean, I think I generally take the field, just because I watched a little bit of the interviews and like Freddie Freeman kind of talked about this a bit. It Baseball is so hard. It's so hard to get back there, um, and being healthy is such a big part of it, and all that. So I would tend to take the field, and it's yeah, it's kind of interesting because, and I don't know that I'm not going to sit here and say the Dodgers try to do this, but like, so many of their pitchers were not healthy during the year, and then in the last month of the season, they all magically got healthy. Like,
Right?
is that a real thing, or is that like a, hey, we got an opportunity to spread out our pitching staff? I don't
Well, that's sort of like getting into the NBA territory, right? Like, well,
rest. Yeah.
rest our folks, you know? That's an
Hmm.
interesting. I didn't know we were dipping our toes into conspiracy theories today.
I didn't hear it overtly stated that way, but somebody kind
Hmm.
of like sort of hinted at it almost, and I was kind of like, yeah, that's you know interesting. I mean, but at the same time, like, the guys who were most effective, aka Yamamoto, pitched all
Hmm.
year.
Hmm.
Shohei had a couple of great outings, but he was not sharp in game 7 at all.
No.
And Snell got beat up, you know, he had a great game against Milwaukee, but he got beat up in the World Series. Glasnow was okay. It's not like these guys were, you know, crushing everybody. So,
Yeah. Well, it so now remains to be seen for next year. Are they going to add pieces? Are we going to have more injuries,
mhm.
according to whomever is, putting those theories out there? I
Yeah,
think I feel a little bit like they're going to burn out.
the Blue Jay or the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that I think you don't, like, because of the way baseball is, I think you don't realize the toll that it takes on your body and how difficult it is to play for the extra month. Like,
Hmm.
obviously, I mean, you're running on adrenaline. You're
Yeah.
running on, these games are fun, they're huge. But that's a whole nother month of baseball, for one. Plus it's high stakes, like, it just, the intensity's ratcheted up big time. So, doing it, like, you think about the Yankees, late 90s, early 2000s, like, I mean, every team that makes a deep playoff run, that's really hard to do. Even if you're really, really good, it's difficult.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. I mean, only two teams make it.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember playing summer baseball, and we're talking like a third of the games
Hmm.
that these guys are playing. We played their high school season, played, maybe half. So maybe we played roughly half of between high school and like Legion baseball season. And you get to end that thing. If you're not, I mean, obviously these guys are trained for it and whatnot, but I think, just as an example, you play a high school season, you still feel pretty good. Play a Legion baseball season, 50, 60 games on top of that. Like, you're playing almost every day for a couple months. Like it is, you start to feel like, oh, okay, this is why this is so difficult
Hmm.
for these players, because even being healthy, like it's just you're not going to be sharp every single day.
Yeah. Well, especially as a youth, you play in like a couple days a week, two,
Hmm.
3 days a week, and the weekends, you got like 5, 6 games,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, if you're doing like travel and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Tournament play. That'll test your mettle right there.
Yeah.
You get like back-to-back triple headers.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a ton of criticism headed the direction of travel baseball in particular, but
Yeah.
save that for another show that may or may not exist. Um, but yeah, it's got me thinking about like that is so, for the Blue Jays, I mean, unbelievable season. Certainly nothing to be ashamed about, but just that unbelievable, like that just it just rips your heart out for those players, thinking about how much they put in to be there. And we think about, again, going back to our junior year basketball, like we didn't know these guys like super personally, but we played against them all year. And
Hmm.
so uh, it's easy to like just be like, man. And then we had this weird situation where we went on a school, like a county-wide school trip,
Hmm.
like the next day,
Yeah.
and roomed with
Yeah.
with these guys, which was so unbelievably random. Um, but I mean, they're great, really good guys, but it's just like you could tell. It's just, they were despondent, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's a question for you. We're gonna tilt this to the lighter side a little bit. A couple weeks ago, the last time we were here with y'all, we were bumming about the Mariners.
yeah.
And part of our pathway through the grief was via baseball cards.
Hmm.
And I know you've got a pack for us to help us through the
Hmm.
early days of the off season here.
Yeah.
I'm curious if there would be any amount of solace for a Blue Jays player to rip a pack to make it through.
Oh, I mean, you got a Blue Jays player with us on the line.
I don't. I'm just,
Okay. Yeah.
what are the odds? Pretty
Yeah.
low.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. So it's interesting because we all, whether we like to admit it or not, when we have challenging, even just like a hard day, like, I got whatever happened at work and it was kind of frustrating. We all have our little thing that we go to help us get through that. It's a book, it's a friend, it's going out for a happy hour, whatever it is. We have our thing that kind of helps us through that. So in ones, it's really difficult to think about. I think about like when we lost that championship game. I don't remember having something right there to like console. It was just like we knew it
Nope.
was our last career game. Like you just sit in the car
Yeah.
and
It
and
was
just,
it was like a
just
multi-hour car ride home.
yeah, it was. So um yeah, I mean, I'm sure we got food and it was great, and mom and dad were great, but it's sometimes it just takes like some time for it to
Hmm.
just be what it sometimes the way you just have to sit in it. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So that's fair. So are we on to
Yeah.
some cards? All right. So I'm gonna twist this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're launching the off season. Every team's got roster decisions to make. And knowing what you know right now, Mariners needs, Mariners roster. I got 10 cards here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call these 10 free agents.
Okay.
Let's go through here. Let's find our free agents and let's have a little discussion about who we would add to the Mariners roster and why.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna keep in mind here though that
Mhm.
these are 96
Right. So
players.
yeah. So
1996.
this is 1996, but just a little fun exercise. You had to add one of these players
Mm-hmm.
based on who they were in 1996, roughly with our best remembrance. Who are we adding to the Mariners roster? Who's the best fit to? And then if we have
Mm-hmm.
time, maybe we can talk about who's the comp to go, like who's this year's comp of that position to go get.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. I got a nice rookie, bro. All right, these are fun cards. First off, we're going to start with Brady Anderson.
Okay.
Look at that design. I like this is a
Yep.
snazzy card.
Yeah.
All right. Brady Anderson, center fielder. Then you got John Valentin, shortstop, the Red
Okay.
Sox. Okay. Okay, you got a Hall of Famer, Mike Piazza.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That's
Pick.
a tough one. I mean, you got Dumper already.
Yeah, you got it.
Piazza. I mean, I
You
guess you
got
got the
DH.
DH spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You got Brian Ricard.
Okay. Nope. Out.
Okay. Now this one's gonna make an interesting one.
Uh-huh.
Manny
Oh, baby.
is listed as a right fielder, but you could suppose he played a lot in left.
Yeah.
Oh man, this pack is real loaded. Okay, we got Jason Beret.
Okay. Pass on him.
Okay, here we go. Fred McGriff.
First base.
Still in his prime, too. Little on the older side at that point, but
Mm-hmm.
bro, are you serious right now? This pack is hitting.
What do we got?
Eddie Murray,
Okay. End of the prime
end of the prime.
there.
Okay.
But Hall of Fame, Alley.
Bonds. And
96 bonds.
and to finish it up, rookie Mariano Rivera.
Oh boy.
Are you just serious with this pack right now, bro? Thing was hitting.
Think about an all-timer. Okay, we got
Yeah,
ourselves a situation here. If
yeah.
you think about
So
need.
yeah. So I mean, the thing is, if you were to list the top four needs that the Mariners have,
Hmm.
they're all here.
Yeah.
Right field, left field, first base, high leverage arm, relief arm.
Hmm.
Now,
I mean, third base,
third base, fair.
second
Yep.
base.
Second base, true. I mean, sure, John Valentin could slide over and play, or you put John Valentin at short and put JP Crawford at second. You could do something like that. So now we got one free agent spot.
Hmm.
One of these guys is, I mean, Mariners are on a limited budget. You can only afford one of these guys. To
Yeah.
me, I think it's a no-brainer.
Okay.
But who are you going with in this situation?
I feel like it's a no-brainer. Also, I'm
Mhm.
curious if we have the same no-brainer.
My no-brainer is this guy,
Yeah, me too.
Barry Bonds. I mean, the guy was unreal, and in this point in his career, he was absolute prime. Um, you know, yeah. He had gone, this was 95, he went 30-30. Um, so there's in Seattle, left-handed power bat, guy who can run,
Yeah.
play left field well. So then the question is, do you move a Rosarena to right? Keep a Rosarena and you move him to right? Is that the direction you're going?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he played. Did he play some right? I thought he played some right like his rookie year.
I mean, he may have. I mean, if you're picking up a guy like Bonds,
Yeah.
look, you play him where he is good,
Yeah.
So not moving Barry Bonds to right unless that's where he prefers to play.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I don't think it's anywhere close. I mean, if you're going, I'm trying to think of, okay, if Barry Bonds is going to command let's say he commands Juan Soto money, and the Mariners are just out on that. So let's go tier two.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds is going to command Juan Soto money. Mariners
Hmm.
aren't gonna go that way. Obviously, there's no way here. He's getting older at this point. There's no way to project he's going to do what he does on the tail end of his career. Um, Say he wants an 8-year deal. Anyway, all that stuff. Who you going to next?
I think I'm taking young Manny.
I think so too. I mean, I think I mean, Fred McGriff would be huge in the middle of that lineup.
Hmm.
Um, but you're right. A young Manny. I mean, he's coming off a season in which he hit 31 home runs, drove in 100, went OPS of 960,
Yeah.
and hit over 300.
Yeah.
So,
And that was really just he was still on the upward trajectory there.
right. So, yeah, I mean, then that takes care of your right field situation. Victor Robles becomes a fourth outfielder. You
Hmm.
got a Rosarena and left. You know, Canzone and Rayleigh have options, or you can trade them. You can go get an arm. Now, so um, you're you're probably not paying 100% top dollar, but you're paying a pretty penny. I mean, the guy who I'm trying to think of, like maybe if you're going to get a budget pick,
Hmm.
who would be a budget pick here?
Budget pick. I don't know that there is a budget pick in there. I
I
mean,
mean, I think that the budget pick based on like, so it could be a young Mariano Rivera before anybody knew what they had.
hmm, yeah,
Make a
possibly.
trade for a guy. Um, the other one I'm thinking that would be budget pick is either you could go Eddie Murray,
Very tail end of the
yeah,
career.
but still, he was still, I mean, even 95, hit 323, OPS almost 900, 21 bombs, you know, play a nice, I don't know. He's probably he's DH at that point. So maybe that's not a direction you go. You don't have flexibility. John Valentin is probably really underrated here. Take over at short. I don't know what his defense was like. So I don't know if that's a huge upgrade. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, McGriff starting on the downward side, but you'd still be paying top dollar for him.
Yeah, you would.
And Piazza for sure, paying real top money.
Yeah, I mean that this
Eh,
was like because he was a rookie in 90 or 93-ish. So
yeah,
yeah, he's really coming in. I mean, in this he 32 homers, 93 RBI, um OPS of 1006 and
yeah,
hit 346.
yep.
So Yeah, I mean, so again, no brainer is Bonds. I think next guy down is Manny.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably if I'm going one budget pick, it's probably Valentin. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably my budget pick. But so well, it'll be interesting to see what the Mariners do. And
Yeah.
are they going to get Barry Bonds? No. Um, so the interesting thing would be if the Mariners get Kyle Tucker, that might be your Manny comp. I mean, as far as position,
Mm-hmm.
different spot in their career, but
Yeah.
so, but that's gonna wrap it up for us. Thanks for hanging with us, busting a huge pack today, and we'll be back at it next time. See you, folks.